Can you say what last year was like for you, right? I mean, it was bad for everybody, I guess, but I mean, personally, it seems like everything's great, but the professional side, it just seemed like the plans kept getting messed up and didn't work out the way things were supposed to. So what was the last year like for you?
Yeah, take away all that crap and the pandemic, obviously, but I feel like the gym has been at the best it's ever been, the most busy. It feels like everyone just came out and we just grew so much at the gym, and I don't know, it just everything, even though like obviously it was a crappy time for everyone, including myself when I got COVID and my fight, like I lost, still there was a lot of pros that came from last year.
Nice. You get this matchup, it seems to be a big one in the division. What did you think when this was the name that they gave you?
Yeah, I was surprised because I was like chasing this fight and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get it, and we had heard, no, that's not going to be the next fight for you. I was like, kept pushing it, and then yeah, finally they were like, yeah, let's do it, and that's the power of social media, I guess. And I realised that and I was like, okay, cool. Obviously Lauren was very vocal that she wanted to be next, and that didn't happen for her, so I think everything happens for a reason, and I'm glad to get this challenge.
Do you know why there was resistance to put the fight together? Because it does seem like a pretty logical one.
I don't know. Just you never know with the UFC. You really don't know. Like you don't know what they're thinking and planning. They've always kind of got things going on. So I don't know why it wasn't going to happen, and maybe I don't know.
Right.
I really don't know.
Stylistically, what do you think about her as an opponent? What do you think of the matchup?
I love it. I love it. She's tough. We've both never really been stopped. I've only been submitted, so I can see this either, us both going the distance and putting on a great performance because we're going to go in there and let our shit go, and it's going to be a great fight for the fans.
She said she expects it to be violent and bloody, I believe is the things that she said. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, we're both pale-skinned. We're just going to go in there and hit each other, and we're going to come out with looking like lobsters with blood or just our skin being pink.
Fun. Last one for me. I mean, are you thinking about where this gets you and that sort of thing? I mean, could you sneak a title shot out of this? I mean, she is a highly ranked contender. I mean, I know you just had the setback, but I mean, do you feel like this could be a #1 contender fight?
Yeah, but I'm ready for anything, not seeing past Lauren this Saturday. Obviously that's my #1 goal and concern right now. But yeah, this is why I'm here, I want to fight, I want to keep fighting, stay active, and luckily enough we have a champion in our division that wants to stay active, and she wants to fight all of us, so that's great for me.
JoJo, did you see her look-alike that she brought in to her camp?
No, but I heard she was a lot prettier than me.
No. Did you think maybe returning favour and bringing a look-alike of Lauren into yours?
No comment, but my fiance did send me the picture and he was like, I think I'm leaving you.
I'm sorry to hear that.
JoJo over here. John kind of alluded to it with his last question about fighting for a title. Is that something you have to get? Because it's kind of alluded to that title shot. Do you feel any extra pressure to get that regardless of when it comes?
Listen, every fight you go in there's pressure, whether it's the fight game or life, and I just feel like you just have to get on the roller coaster and go with it and see where it takes you. And obviously my goal is just never give up and see where I end up, and I feel like the title would be a great part of my journey. If it doesn't come, then it's not meant to be, but obviously that's what I'm looking for to happen in my career, like everyone else.
What do you think about when Caitlin Chagan, she won her last fight, she's like, those ladies can get the shot for Valentina, but I'm really the second best person in this division because I beat both of them. Does that bother you that she talks that noise?
No, because we are in great places. I would rather be me and Lauren than her because she's already been beat by Valentina. We've still got a chance to beat Valentina, you know, so I would rather be in her shoes than hers.
How much does getting a good start? We've seen you, when you get off to good starts, you kind of dictate the terms and control the whole match. We see you kind of struggle when you get off of slow starts. So would it be safe to say that first 5 minutes is very key for your success on Saturday night?
I would disagree. I feel like I'm always a slow starter, but yeah, my last fight, I just, like, my emotions got the better of me because I wanted to put my hands on Jessica. But, you know, yeah, I'm going to just go in there and see what happens. But yeah, it would be good to kind of put it on her, but also don't want to expose myself for, you know, the takedown or anything like that. So yeah, just try and be disciplined, but also stay in the game plan, and yeah, still have the little bit of me inside me that goes in there and goes for the kill.
And what's your mentality? As we both know, we all know that y'all styles match up, and it could be a fight of the night. So you prepare for that, knowing that you're going to go to war, you're going to be sore for a couple of weeks after the fight. How do you prepare for that mentally, leading up to that, knowing like what you're in store for Saturday night, win or lose?
I guess after having 40 fights, you know, with the mentality of I'm going in there and I'm breaking my hands, I'm breaking everything on that just to get the win, it kind of gives you that. You go in there and you don't care what happens to you in there, and you just want to hurt someone and get that W. So I think just of years of experience of just, okay, I could go in there and hurt myself, but you know what? There's medics there, and it doesn't really bother me. I do it every day, twice, 3 times a day. It's just something that I'm used to now, and it's all I've known.
And final question for me, have you envisioned getting your hand raised? And we know that you're pretty good on the mic. Would you call for a title shot, or are you just going to just kind of let it be? Or are you going to go in there and you got a speech for us after you went through a non-bloody 15-minute war with Lauren? Have you envisioned that, or is that not part of the dream?
It's funny, I always like envision winning and then, oh, what am I going to say? But it never comes out on the night the same as what I've envisioned or what I've said. And this is why, like, my team are always like saying, oh, you should say this, you should do that. I'm like, no, there's too much pressure. I'm going to go up there and get the mic and say someone's name wrong or say something wrong and get my words tangled. And usually I just wing it when I'm there. And sometimes it comes out the perfect way, or sometimes it comes out, I'm like, oh, geez, why did I say that? But don't give me the mic after I've just fought for 15 minutes.
You had said your last fight, maybe the emotions got the better of you because you want to get your hands on Jessica. So do you prefer fights like this where there's just no animosity, or do you need that little extra something to motivate yourself to get in there?
No, it's a fight at the end of the day. I know I'm going in there and I know they're trying to hurt me, so I have to be on my, I have to be there standing with my sword and shield, knowing that they're coming at me. So I guess it's just every fight's going to be a defense mechanism of me being there like, oh shit, they're coming after me. And yeah, the last fight is just a good example of me bringing more of that out.
And one last one, not to...
Especially didn't want her to beat me.
Right. And then one last one, not to constantly bring up the title fight or anything, but Lauren was in here earlier and we asked her if she thought this was the #1 contender fight. And she said the only way we're going to get a title fight is if we get an impressive performance. We can't just stare at each other for 15 minutes and the winner's not going to get a title fight off of that. Are you in agreement that you need the good performance, or are you just going out there to get the W?
Listen, this is the entertainment business, and yeah, we need to go in there and put on, I mean, right now we're in the prelims, so I would say, yeah, we have to go out there and put on a good show for UFC and the fans and for ourselves.
JoJo, back here. You and Paul Craig are on a card again. Is that kind of exciting for you to represent Scotland together?
Yeah, I just saw him earlier and I was like, it's pretty cool we're on the same card. Obviously we want to put Scotland on the map and inspire other people from Scotland and just represent.
You've had plenty of ups and downs in your career too. I'm curious, do you have a specific point that you would point out as the biggest learning experience for you?
Oh my gosh, we've not got all day. But yeah, there's been a lot of failures in my career and life as well. And just rolling with the never give up and hopefully inspiring other people out there to not give up.
You know, one of your past opponents, Jessica Andrade, just fought for the title, of course, and having fought her and, you know, watched Valentina, what did you make of, you know, that fight, the performance that Valentina had?
Oh, Valentina was awesome. I really thought it was going to be a different fight, and respect to both of them. But Valentina I was like, oh shit. She was impressive and dominant as she is. And yeah, it was a good fight for me as a fan to watch and see that. But I love challenges.
Definitely. Your teammate Ramona Pascal, she's got a fight this weekend as well. It seems like you guys have been having plenty of fun in the lead up to both of your fights. Just what's it been like getting to work with her in the lead up to this?
It's been awesome because she's a lot bigger than me, so we're planning for Lauren to be much bigger than me, so it's been good to have that bigger body. And you know what, the best thing is our sense of humour. We can both banter between each other, so it's been a really fun camp. But obviously having the pros of her being bigger for me to deal with.
Is having that kind of fun important to like relieve stress, especially for, you know, the bigger fights?
Oh, for sure. MMA is very stressful. It's like when you think about what we have to do every day, we have to actually be physically using our body, and you're usually having to use someone else's body, so it's a stressful environment, and we're in it like most of the day, so it's good that you can have that banter and have a few laughs, and it makes it not that serious. But obviously when the time comes, you want to be serious, and we can have that switch.
Absolutely. And last thing from me, JoJo, you're an Invicta alum, and we have an Invicta show coming up this Friday. And you know they're doing open scoring now. Just curious, what are your thoughts on open scoring? Is that something that you like, or just overall thoughts on it?
Yeah, I love it. But I feel like I've got confidence in my corner team. You know, they're going to tell me, hey, you got to go out there and put this girl out. So it would be good for that side of things, for them to have something to be backed up, because sometimes it can be close and you just don't know, so it would be good for that. But I'm all for it.
Thanks, JoJo. Good luck.
Okay.
One question is what you allude to with Valentina. I've asked other people in the division, so I'll ask you this. How does it feel to have somebody that has such a big shadow of a division that you got to compete with, that you know you need your personal best just to compete with them because of what they accomplish in their quote-unquote greatness?
Yeah, it's hard because, you know, every day you go in and you're like, oh Jesus, is this going to be a bad day or a good day? And then that's always a worry of mine when fight day comes, because we can be good all week and then turn up and then be like, oh crap, I don't feel my on. But it's just, yeah, that pressure is there, but I feel like the pressure brings out the best of you, so you just have to kind of be there mentally and physically, and that's all you can do. That's what your camp's for, you know, to have the best camp you can, and then hopefully it shows up on the day.